Okay, today I'm going to teach you guys how to paint a very simple pattern on your own fishing lure. This could possibly save you guys some money, or if you want to get into the hobby like I am, it's a very simple and easy pattern that anyone can start out with and pretty much anybody could do. The only thing that you're going to need or want would be a stencil, but even if you don't have a stencil, you can just use masking tape and create your own little outline for the pattern that we're going to be making. But I'm going to get right into it. First, I got to put a white base coat on this lure, and I'll catch you guys after I do that because that's kind of boring. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this pattern as simple as possible, so we're using 4 colors. You could even get away with using 3 colors. I would say you could take out one of the greens and just use the black, olive green, and orange, or take out the olive green and put back in the yellow green. This is a pattern for if you're just getting started and you have a select few colors and you're limited to your color options that anyone could do, and it looks good and it catches fish. So we're gonna get right into it. Our first color that we're gonna be using for this will be the light green or the yellow green. Okay, so as you can see, we have the base coat of white down. I put on 3 coats of white on the bottom. I do want to leave some of that white. So for the yellow green, I have it loaded up, and we are going to put it on the bottom half of the lure for now. And remember, we do that white base coat because it really makes these bright colors pop more. As you can see, this yellow green is really standing out right now. So that looks pretty good. We'll go to the other side. We'll do the same exact thing. So we kind of want it to be a nice dark coat of this yellow green. So we're going to go over it a couple times because that'll just make it blend with the olive green a lot easier than if we just went over it once and had a really light coat. That looks good to me. Make sure you don't forget to hit the nose. Just bring it up a little bit in case you want to do something different with the nose. So that looks good. And the next color we're going to go with right now is going to be the olive green. I might put a little green actually right down here on the bottom. And I think that looks good. So we're going to go on to the olive green now. Okay, so we have the olive green loaded up in the brush. Now for this, we're gonna go on the top half of the lure. And on these blanks, you can see there's a nice line right down the center. So that'll kind of guide us for how far down we want this to go. And we wanna fade it into the yellow green. So that looks good for the fade. Now we just wanna darken up the top. And we will do the other side real quick. We just want to get that faded in real quick good because we can darken up the top by going straight down the spine, and this will darken up both sides at the same time. Do this for a little bit. Starting to look pretty good. Let's see what that looks like. It's starting to look okay. I think it blends in pretty well. I think I just want to make it a little darker. Looks good on that side. Whoa, just shot out a ton of water. Got to be careful with that when you're cleaning your brush. Leaving leftover water in will ruin the paint because it will splatter right out. It's not the end of the world. Like the great artist Bob Ross would say, we don't make mistakes. We make little happy accidents. All right, in between layers, I just dry it off with this hair dryer, and now we'll get on to our black paint. So I'm actually going to do orange first because I want to lighten up the gill plate a little bit with the orange, and then I'm going to use it on the bottom of the bait. And I want the black to actually go over the orange on the gill plate to darken it up a little bit. So that's just why we're going to do the orange first. So it's already loaded up. We'll get right into it. Let's lighten up the gill plate first. And that's good enough. I really don't want to hammer down the orange up on the gills. And that's good enough on that side. So the main job of the orange is going to be for the bottom of the bait. We're going to lighten up right down underneath the gills and the jaw, and that is the water spray that I told you guys to worry about. So I'm gonna cut, I have to dry that off real quick, and then we'll get back to the orange. We're back, and we're starting with this orange again. Hopefully we don't get that water spray or splatter. I wanna make this really dark orange right down at the bottom. That looks good to me, and I will put some orange down on the tail. That looks good as well. So we're gonna dry that off, and then we'll get right into the black. Okay, we have the black loaded up, and this is where the stencil comes into play. Like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, don't worry if you don't have a stencil, because you can easily make this pattern by cutting up pieces of masking tape, or even using cardstock and cutting your own pattern into it. So pretty much it's a perch style pattern that we're gonna do down the side of the body, and that is it. For the actual pattern, we're going to blend it into a black spine, and we'll get it started right now. It's pretty difficult to freehand these patterns sometimes. Sometimes your hand slips just like that, but just do your best. And that doesn't look great. That's okay. Just remember the Bob Ross quote. So we'll try to do better on this side. Oh shoot, fell over. That was not even close to better. All right, this hopefully will be better. All right, that's way better, way better. The only thing I don't like is that I got it on the gill plate. I really didn't want to do that, but I did it on both sides, so that's okay. All right, let's blend in. And the water spray again. So I'm gonna show you guys me drying it. That simple, just get the water off of the lure. Get the rest of the water out. Perfect. And now we'll start spraying again. So the pattern's a little dark. I don't really like that it's as dark as it is, but it's okay. There went water again. Okay, nevertheless, looks okay. And it's fine that it's on the gill plate. I'm gonna darken up the gill plate anyways. And that looks good to me. So now all we have to do is dip it in clear coat. Okay, right now we have the choice of blue, black, or red eyes. And for this lure, it looks like we're just gonna be going with black. And I think we'll do this size. This size doesn't really fit completely, but if you jam it in and then clear coat over top of it, they stay in very well. So that's what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna get the other eye in, and then I'll catch you guys after, and we'll show off the lure. And here is the final results. So the reasons I think this is a good beginner pattern is because, one, it's obviously easy to paint. You only really need 3 colors. Like I said, you can skip one of the greens. Also, I just think it's a good pattern that's going to catch fish because on the bottom you have that nice bright orange that's going to refract in the water as the bait's swimming back and forth. They're going to see that orange glimmer and shine, and then the top of the bait is a dark black. I don't really like that it's as dark as it is, but even the dark green would work. It's going to create that silhouette effect in the water where fish are going to be easy or be able to easily identify it. I get asked how I clear coat my baits probably once a week. So this is the clear coat I use, and this is the process I do. I take a paper clip, I cut it in half. All I do is dip the bait down in the clear coat and I hang it over top of a container just like this. Sometimes I'll even put another clip right down on that bottom hook ring, and that keeps the clear coat from solidifying and making it difficult for me to put split rings on.